Welcome to another episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio from Taatjes Financial Group. Taatjes Financial is a company that specializes in helping retirees and pre-retirees build purposeful retirement plans. Custom plans that not only help clients steward their treasure, but their time and talent as well. They believe that if you're taken care of financially, you go even further to make the family, community, and kingdom impact you truly desire to make, which is the ultimate purpose of wealth. If you'd like to set up a no-cost, no-obligation meeting with one of their financial advisors, give them a call at 222-4236. You can request a meeting at taatjesfinancial.com or simply stop by their office on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio. And Merry Christmas. We're actually recording this right before Christmas Eve. So I'm just excited to wish everybody a Merry Christmas tomorrow. Most of our offices are off, including Jared Sebesta, my co-host. So what I'm doing today is doing a monologue. I'm going to be talking a little bit about, how I got into this business, and most importantly, why I'm still in this business over 20 years later. Many market cycles. There's been ups, there's been downs, some great times and some hard times in the financial services industry. But one thing that has stayed the same is something that I call my advisor point of view. And what that is how I look at my job, the why behind I do what I do. And actually that advisor point of view was shaped when I was working with a guy named Mark Dieterding. Mark wrote a book called Leading Jesus' Way, and it's all about servant leadership. If you ever have a chance to work through his material and you are a leader, and by the way, we all are leading somebody, but if you ever have a chance to sit with Mark, to go through the Triune Leadership Services, you will not regret it. In fact, since doing that class, our business has went through exceptional growth. And most of that was because I came up with what he called my leadership point of view. It was really the why behind I do what I do. It was the reason that, again, when the markets are good, when the markets are bad, when we are in the hardest times of our job, we can look back and say, why are we in this business? And since that time, I actually took kind of that framework of my leadership point of view and spun it off and now call it my advisor point of view, because I am a financial advisor in my work. And I've actually been coaching other financial advisors all over the country to help them develop their advisor point of view. So I'm excited to share that with you today. My advisor point of view was shaped during a few summers when I was 10 years old. I can remember waking up early, doing my morning chores, and then spending most of my afternoons on my dirt bike. Then going to bed and dreaming of doing it all over the next day. I loved that old dirt bike. It was a 1975 125cc Yamaha Enduro, which was actually a hand-me-down from my uncle, which we found in a dusty barn. The seat was torn, it had a few dents in the gas tank, but it was mine. I didn't owe any money on it. It was mine, and to me, it was perfect. Later that summer, though, a few of my friends started to get new dirt bikes. Their dirt bikes were a little faster. They were a little shinier, and I began to wonder what it might be like to have one of their dirt bikes. A feeling of discontentment have crept into my mind. By the end of that summer, somehow I managed to talk my dad into taking me into local motorbike showroom, Motorsports of Wilmer. And that's where I saw it. Underneath the showroom lights was a brand new Honda XR100. It was perfect. It didn't have any dents, no rips in the seat, and I just had to have it. The problem was I had $500 and it cost $1,500. Somehow I managed to convince my dad to lend me $1,000, which he did, but I had to repay him over the next 2 summers. Well, the following summer, I needed to find a second job. Those farm chores I used to do that I enjoyed didn't pay me anything, but they were still required. So I'd wake up in the morning, do those morning chores, then head out to my second job. Come home a little before dark, do the evening chores, and then tired as can be, go to bed and do the thing over again the next day. This did not leave any time for motorcycling or any fun for that matter. And by the end of the second summer, I had repaid my father what I owed him, but I really only had been able to spend a couple of hours riding time on this dirt bike. In fact, I used it to get back and forth to work, not to actually ride to enjoy it. To make matters worse, I hit 13, had hit puberty, and grew 5 inches, gained about 40 pounds, and now this dirt bike was actually too small for me, and I ended up selling it. And I ended up selling it for $500. What I ended up learning was that I spent more time working to pay for and washing this dirt bike than actually the fun it was intended. What I learned in those summers, that the key to lasting happiness is contentment, and we will never find fulfillment through any forms of means, whether it be wealth, power, fame, or certainly things like a dirt bike. 1 Timothy 6:6 says, "Yet godliness with contentment is itself great wealth." I love that verse. I believe that contentment is actually the linchpin of a happy, fulfilled life. I believe that contentment is not living with less, however. Rather, it means abundance and not scarcity. Living in abundance means holding on to what we have loosely, being generous when we see others in need, and having gratitude, never guilt, for enjoying what God has blessed us with. I believe that every client needs clarity, not only to simply trust me as an advisor, but instead to partner with me to work through even the most complex financial strategies with clear understanding. I also believe in order, and that all assets need to be in place, organized, and ready for whatever opportunities arise. My purpose is to daily glorify God by leading clients to a life of greater stewardship of their time, talent, and treasure. I envision the people I work with living abundant, content lives and a view of money that is counter-cultural as a means, not an end. So my purpose is to daily glorify God by leading clients to a life of greater stewardship of their time, talent, and treasure. I envision the people I work with living abundant, content lives and a view of money that is counter-cultural. Money should be viewed as a means, but never the end.
All right, Ben, thank you so much for sharing your advisor point of view. Just a quick reminder, Taatjes Financial Group will be closed tomorrow on Christmas Day to celebrate the holiday with friends and family, but will reopen promptly on Thursday morning at 8:30. If you'd like to set up a no-cost, no-obligation meeting with Taatjes Financial Group, give them a call at 222-4236. You can request a meeting online at taatjesfinancial.com, and you can always stop by their office located on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio. Merry Christmas. We'll see you next time.
Securities offered through Avantax Investment Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Avantax Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through an Avantax affiliated insurance agency.